Hi guys, it's Chrissy with Chrissy's Divine Design Tarot, and today is for Wang Yibo and whether or not the rumors are true about the anti-fans being upset with, I don't know what was going on there, about two people that work together and something about being transgender. I can't remember what it was about. It was a bit ago that I saw it, and I wanted to do this reading for that. So we're going to just see what the cards have to tell me in doing this. So let's look at the current circumstances for Wang Yibo. All right, we have, what is this? Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is kind of telling me already that whatever these rumors were, or whatever was said, it's like it may affect the dollar for him. It may have affected uh, his image, and of course, I'm getting I don't know. I'm getting restriction already. I don't know what the restriction is about. Let's just see what's showing up. Okay, so Knight of Swords, and that was on the fence, I believe. And let's just see, that is another talking point. There's curious fans, there's anti-fans, people that are uh, getting upset about all of this, choosing sides. I don't know what this is about, or not liking the fact that now there's more being said. There's another page of swords now, more communication on this, having to do with the Knight of Swords. There's some intensity here on this, very assertive and unstoppable. I feel like this might have gone viral kind of thing, got out of control about what was said about this. And it looks like with the Page of Swords, people are curious to know what is going on here. Trying to gain that useful information or mental clarity. There's mental energy here. It's like I don't know, okay, we have just offshore here. So I feel like little bit afterwards, there was something, it was there like, maybe there was a gag order, or there was something about not saying any more publicly, or their PR was going off the rails. Let's just see. Queen of Wands. So they're trying to gain some more confidence here in both of these people, because by saying anything, it might be going against regulation. I don't know why I'm getting regulation. It was restricted, now it's regulation. So there's something that they regulate, or there's something that's maybe not allowed. Of course, I don't know K-pop or Chinese, or um, what the standard is about their icons or their celebrities, and what about dating in general. I have no idea what their culture is like, but this is kind of telling me that the Nine of Swords coming in here, there's a lot of worry. There may have been a lot of anguish with this, maybe even nightmares, maybe even depression. What's going on here? Three of Pentacles. They may have teamed up to kind of hush this. What is going on here? I feel like something was said and people just lost it. Seven of Wands. Let's just see here. Now, this is kind of having that upper hand, or that position of advantage, if you will, when it comes to boundaries. And they're trying to put those boundaries in place here about crossing these boundaries. Now, I don't know what was said. I'm getting like, was this about it's almost like they work together. I feel like this has something to do with work. Has something to do, is it acting or singing? Hmm. Let's just see here. There's a breakthrough on this. What's going on? Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so there was some steady growth that came back after this, after some maybe some clarity came out, or there was something that was said by PR about this. I don't know, people were wondering if there was some type of relationship here, but it was really heavy for everybody to be carrying this, that were involved. What's on the bottom of the deck? Okay, so they're trying to put an end to whatever this is. Trying to remember what was said in the email, and I can't, for the life of me, I can't think of. It was so long ago, and I've done so many things since then. But I just remembered I wanted to see what if the rumor was true. Let's see. There's the visionary here, so it looks like some people might be okay with what was said. That forward thinking and people being more original and it being a little more relaxed, but maybe they're just laughing it off. Maybe it was said out of fun. And now it's like that iron thing came down, to say, we have to be fair-minded in this, because it's people's careers and their image that could really falter just based on what is said. So let's just see what else is going on. Okay, somebody was a daredevil when it came to this, and they may not have been tricking what they said, and then realized their mistake and wanting to heal this maybe, and weren't able to heal it, feeling like a victim. But I feel like with this, it's almost like it wasn't meant to be taken the way it was, or I don't know what this is. Were they gay? Was that the question, if they were gay? I don't get it, because that's much more accepted nowadays. But on the other hand, maybe it was to say they weren't actually gay, or I don't know. I don't know what was it was all about. But they're definitely trying to protect each other and their livelihoods, their image, because that in being an icon of any kind, or a star or a celebrity or whatever you want to call it, being famous is all about your image, and what is said about you can really affect how you can make your money. Um, I feel like, was there any truth to this? I'm not so sure there was. Maybe they weren't really sure how people would take this. Whatever was said, it's almost like it was hushed up really fast, and it was maybe just, was it just out of fun that it was said, or that it was, maybe they thought it would be taken better? I don't know what this is. So let's see how this goes. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Maybe I'm not supposed to say anything, because sometimes when they restrict my throat like that, I feel like am I making this worse for them by saying anything, right? There's some inside joke or inside person that, something was disclosed here by somebody that maybe thought they saw something. Maybe is this, how rumors can go. I mean, people were saying that Keanu Reeves was married. He's not married. He was never married to her, to AG. So there's an agreement, and it may have been that whatever was said, there was an agreement, and somebody maybe went off script, maybe said something they shouldn't have, and maybe were joking around at the time, or whatever was disclosed wasn't theirs to disclose, or I don't know. There was something here. There's an agreement being made over again. In any case, whatever was disclosed to the public, they may have seen as a mistake, or as something they should have just not said, or it wasn't their secret to say, or it wasn't their truth to tell, or it wasn't even truth. It may have just been something they were fooling around about. All right, there's some interference within whatever it is in their relationship. Now, whether this interferes with future work or future people that they get involved in. Let's just see here. Return. So they're going to try to make a return back to the scene. Are they going to come together in another movie or workplace romance or whatever it is that was going on here? I feel like if they do return, it's going to be in some type of official, yeah, there might be restricting that they can't come back together on any type of future endeavors because of what was said. I wish I knew what was said. I might have to look it up after this. Okay, well, maybe there was attraction on the scene. Maybe it was supposed to be a film about a bromance, or maybe it was more than that. But there was a lot of attraction between the two. But does that mean what was said was true? Not necessarily. In a lot of times now, it may look real, but AI has got so advanced now that it's really hard to see that it's not AI anymore. So um, you really have to kind of, and it does say that AI makes mistakes too, right? So don't believe everything you see online. Let's just see how each feels here. We'll do Wang Yibo first. Convincing yourself it's fine and not really wanting to see it any differently. Even if there were anti-fans making a stink about this, he doesn't want to see reality here. He doesn't want to admit to that or anything else. Sure sounds great, said yes when he really meant no. Hell to the no. So he may have done things that he didn't really want to do or say, but maybe had to because of contract, because of him disclosing something he shouldn't have, or something along those lines. Banished while meditating. So mind fog awareness. He's trying to kind of run away from this or hide until it blows over, which I don't blame him. When it comes to viral and things like that, it may be really hard for him to come back from. He's always going to have fans, though, right? You may be a fan. Whoever's requested this reading may be a fan. Doesn't matter either way. How do you know what's going on screen and what isn't? And if there's something else going on, unless they actually said it. So, still waiting on a sign. Okay. So this person might be waiting on a sign to find out if it's going to be all right, if this is going to blow over, if it's all going to be okay. Even your spirit guide quit. So almost feeling very alone, feeling like nobody's there for this person. All alone, bruh. I like that little ghost dude there. All right, relax, old text, like a novelist, sentimental, cringe, and obsession. So maybe is having a hard time publicly with people judging. Now, let's just see about this. Still not over it. Yeah, so things may not blow over as quickly as thought. There's regret about saying anything because if they'd known ahead of time this is how they would react or fans would react, would have never said a freaking word about it. That kind of thing, right? So let's see what the messages are for Wang and then whoever this other person is that this was said about. All right, we have take a step back and maybe needing to look back at things, and there was a lesson there. So until Wang Yibo takes a look, he may not recognize he has regret. So there is a part of him seeing this, but he might have to step back and he's almost been made to take a step back, right? Depending on if he was in the wrong or if it was the other person that was in the wrong. So whatever the case is, people had a big thing going down. Now trust that you know the answer. So he may not want to even look in the mirror at this point or feel good about himself in any way and doesn't want to look back at anything over what happened. be open to a miracle. So maybe praying for a miracle to come in for this, because um, they are friends, first off, doesn't want anybody to have any problems. And like I said, had somebody known here that maybe it was a joke, maybe it was true, whatever the case is, didn't expect the backlash that they got for disclosing any of it. So, and take action. Let's see. The other person wants to take action, maybe get back into picture or whatever, but feels like it's an uphill climb. Tune into your soul. So needing to look into his soul inward and have a look around. Now, this could be the other person, and gain a new perspective. So maybe even looking at things differently. Now, I don't know what was said for the spin-off on this from PR, but I feel like whatever this is to regain the images back for both of these people. They are both icons, and declutter. So they may feel like they have pretty much shown their dirty laundry on publicly, and I feel like this is um, a sign in itself to they want to kind of declutter whatever was said and have it kind of, maybe it was misinformation, maybe it was just a joke, it wasn't meant to be taken the way it was, maybe it was taken out of context, maybe it was true, maybe it was false. Whatever the case is, I feel like they really felt exposed. All right, and soul homecoming. In your presence, my wandering soul finds its final home. So Wang Yibo will find his soulmate at one point, once everything blows over, and may even find it within that time. Let's see. Shadow work. Hasn't done the shadow work. This is taking a step back and doing the work, and he hasn't done that yet. So I feel like when whatever this ending was for the show to end, or the movie to end, or the ending in their friendship or relationship or whatever it was, I feel like the shadow work has to be done for this lesson to be known to each other. I mean, there's regret about saying anything, but I feel like they need to really see where they went wrong, what the lesson was, and so they don't make that same mistake. I don't feel like they will. I feel like some shadow work may have been done, or when the time is right, this is when this will turn around. May even be when he meets his person. Let's see. Return to source. So whoever he ends up with, he will do life with, and then even life after death in the spiritual realm. So let's just see about his person. Shared a purpose. So they may be fulfilling a joint mission here. They're meant to do once they come into contact. A magnetic pull. They're going to be pulled towards one another, really drawn by cosmic forces. It's going to be that they can't really go any other way but together. And then we have perfect alignment. So whatever it is for his soulmate, it will be in perfect sense, it will be perfectly aligned, and their energies will be in harmony. And then we have peaceful completion. So all seeking ceases here. So once they find one another, they won't be looking for anyone else. Let's have a look here at the death. I feel like whatever was maybe said, yes, there was an outroar. Yes, there was people that were maybe anti-fans after that, because of what was said, or because picking sides, or I don't know if it was they weren't allowed to be doing that, or disclosing something. I don't know. But whatever it is, I feel like it may have been done in a way that had people guessing or talking about it in a bad way. So let's just clarify this ending here between these two. There's the strength card. King of Pentacles, revealing. So revealing something here that maybe most people didn't know. Let's just see about the Protector. Okay, being single, so they maybe aren't together in a way of a relationship. Maybe that was the problem. People thought they were together and they're not. Um, Whatever it is, they're protecting this truth. And it may be something that's going to help transform whatever their images are here. Yeah, it was something, a sudden, yeah, getting caught doing something here. But it wasn't, how do I put that? It's almost like they had their foot in their mouth. They got caught saying something and everything was happy at the time until somebody put their foot in their mouth. And I feel like this was, I don't know, they're looking for love. They're both looking for love, and they're both, while they're alone, while this is all going on, I feel like they're still looking for that love and maybe even feeling like that's never going to happen now. It's like one's feeling betrayed, or they're both feeling betrayed by their fans or anti-fans now. But they'll recover, even though it's been publicly put out as their laundry, essentially. Yeah, they will be leaving the show. Each will go their own separate way when it comes to this work. So they'll move on to bigger and brighter things or other things in their life. Let's see here. They'll heal things. This person that they come into contact will heal. They may feel how do I put that? It's almost like after they've been thrown out in the cold and everybody's kind of thrown snowballs at them and taken a shot at them for whatever was said. I feel like this person is going to help show the way to the shelter. So it's going to be like helping and supporting Wang Yibo, this person, his soulmate's going to help him. And he'll come back out on top. He'll feel like he's back on top again. He'll feel getting that recognition and um, having those honest discussions with this person. Yeah, and maybe even publicly saying something about it. I don't know. Teamwork, though. Whoever this is, they're going to team up with him. What does his intuition say? Okay, they're going to help with this negative outlook on things at this point when they come into contact with Wang. And I feel like this is a black cloud hanging over his head, or that's how he's feeling, even though that may not be the case. Oh, and the lovers right now, I feel like whatever union this is, it is divinely guided union. It is a higher level union. So let's just see about the namesake for his soulmate. See if this rings true for anybody. Ascend. So he hasn't moved up that level. So the A is in reverse. Hasn't come into contact with this person, but they do have a purpose they're meant to do. There's insight here. Use your intuition. You are right. And there will be a reward, successful effort for what he does do for his work, for his purpose, and serendipity, fated connection, good fortune, and happy accident, and an opportunity to come back out on top. So I feel like all this will blow over eventually. When it comes to this, we have an A, P, I, R, S, and an O. So anyhow, this is what I have for Wang Yibo and the controversy over the anti-fans and what was said. Is it true what was said about this? From what I can tell here, I feel like it was just either something that wasn't supposed to be said or told, and it was just delivered the wrong way, or people just thought it was a bad thing. Judging. I'm getting judging. I don't know what judging is, like restricted. Tell me if I don't know if those cards will really tell me. Let's just see here. What cards? I'm getting pulled to these. Okay, I'll take these. Thank you. Now, are they in the upright? Yes. There's a magician. So somebody might be manifesting this. Tell me if this is what is true or not. I feel like it might be a true story about what was said, but how they maybe said it. People didn't, they may have taken controversy towards that. Maybe it was that they actually weren't in love. Maybe it was that they were in love. I don't know. Let's just see. We have the hangman. Okay. Maybe. Page of coins. So this is all about growing their money. They've learning a lesson here. Let's just, somebody's getting schooled on this. Let's see. I'm needing to take a look. This is Emperor energy though. And Five of Swords. So there were arguments here about all of this. A lot of people argued over this. Maybe didn't, I don't know, there's something to do with that. This is about love. I don't know why love is showing up. It's also earth energy and throat chakra. So something was said out of turn, causing something here to go viral. And it may not have been anything, so to speak, bad, but I guess it depends on how you see it. So maybe you can tell me what you think, because it's coming up as a maybe. It's not really saying one way or another. The Emperor is a maybe. The Hangman is a maybe. The Five of Swords. I'm trying to think here. It's not coming to me. And the Page of Coins. Not really telling me. I'm just going by the permanence here. And they're both showing up as maybe. So there could be some truth to it, but maybe just the way it was told. Maybe it wasn't right. So it's not really telling me one way or another. I don't know if it's really going to let me tell you, because it was constricting my throat earlier. So it may not want me to divulge whether it was true or not, because this may impact his image. So I'm just going to leave it there. And if you guys want me to do another reading on this again, let me know and we'll try again. But this is what I do have. So please like, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Divine Oracle tribe if you haven't done so already, of course. All right, you guys, take care, stay blessed, and we'll see you next time. Later.